dream journal because I got a day off and I'd like to maybe write down my dreams because I think dream journaling can potentially get you closer to lucid dreaming as it puts more emphasis on the dream and it's just interesting to remember them. So here we go. God, it was weird. There were loads. I always dream fucking loads, especially when I'm not smoking weed. Even that doesn't seem to turn off the dreams now. I've always dreamt millions of dreams most nights. Well, maybe not most nights, but very common. So this dream, it was so weird. Like I was just in my one of the dreams anyway. I was in my hometown. That isn't this one. It's like a different one. And at the bottom of the hometown, there was like some tiny fucking house thing that was like in the shape of a caravan, but it was like a posh house. And then in that posh house, there was like a ladder, and I went to go meet someone who I've never met before. So I went to the posh house, I don't know whose house it is, went through it, went up the ladder to the top, and through the ladder on the top of the house was like a massive kind of hill or a mountain. And then up there was where my friend was to be met. And I originally thought that I got public transport there and paid for it. But on the way back, it seemed I just walked home anyway. So I walked up. I don't remember. I arrived at this person's house, and I gave me an orange, and the orange had like a hole in the peel already, as if it had gone off. But it looked like he'd purposely like pushed his thumb through the orange. So I ate it, and then he was sat on some chair by the door, and he offered me, I believe it was cocaine. I also hallucinated a song. So I was listening to like calm instrumentals. This was before the dream. And there was this do 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 playing on SoundCloud. And my brain when I was emerging out of this sleep, when I was in this threshold state, fucking hallucinated lyrics. Unless you know this song, but I also thought that my friend Dan Jefferson told me about this song as I woke up, but I'm pretty sure he didn't, and I just made the whole thing up. And it was going. There was other lyrics, but the only lyrics I remember is "Cocaine in the city, looking old again." With this instrumental that was just going do do do. So I wonder if I could actually make that song if I wanted. That'd be so weird. But yeah, it was like some gloomy song about like cocaine in the city and looking old and having bad health. It was really weird. Anyway, this old boy was sat by the door. He offered me some hard drug. I said, fuck no. And then I said, why do you like, it was just a curious question. I asked this to everyone. I'm like, why do you like take them instead of like, and he's like, oh, it's alright, you know, I don't do it that much. And I'm like, yeah, but it's just the general personal development lecture. I'm like, but you know, yeah, like you could meditate with that time or do anything else with that time. And he's like avoidant of this topic. And I end up going, sorry, sorry, I don't mean to fucking like piss you off, basically. We won't talk about it. And then, I ended up meeting his brother. He went out into the garden. I looked into the garden through the window, and his brother was in the garden. And his brother is someone who lives in this village that comes to a shop. So I saw this human who I recognise. And he went, "Oh, it's you." And he went, I thought your gamer tag on this game that we were playing apparently before in the dream that I didn't play. I named my gamer tag the same as a real in-game entity, and he thought I was that in-game entity until he saw that I was friends with all of his friends, and now he's here with me in the house. Right, and then after that, the original guy who I met gives me more oranges. So in the fruit bowl, there's loads of oranges, and they all have the thumb hole in them. Well, they all have a thumb hole in them. I eat them anyway. I don't really want to. I'm like, what the fuck? But I don't really have a choice. I'm like, okay. I don't say anything about it. And then when it's time to go, I leave, and I'm on like a massive road, and the houses look like it looks like a kingdom because of how much money these people have. It's like here I live on a council estate in a flat, but these are like chunky houses with a massive road, sort of like Cordecca. If you've seen Cordecca's KSI diss track, the road that he does it down, it's kind of like that, but it's like plain grey pavia bricks with big grey cool as fuck massive houses, and it literally looks like a fucking like a road from some different time. And I was on the phone to my mate, and I was like, bro, these fucking roads, man. I was like, this is madness. And then I was walking down, and on the way down, someone had some folded clothes like out the front, out like on the very front of their house. And as I skipped past, I like robbed a pair of boxers and some socks, because apparently I didn't have those on me at the time, so I was naked in a towel. So I robbed those, and I started my journey back. I didn't know how I was going to get home because I thought that I got transport to this place. So I then ended up walking, and I found myself in this caravan location again, coming down the ladder. That's in Farringdon. I was like, oh, that's a relief. I'm here already. That was quick. But I then went to the bathroom to put these boxes on that I'd robbed, and there was some Pakistani man in there. I said, is anyone in there? He went, yeah. And I went, all right, sorry, mate. I'll be literally 2 seconds. I'll get out. Uh, he was like, okay. And then the conclusion, I don't know if he lived there or what. So I went to go get changed, and then all of like the actual owners of the house come through, like some separate people. And it turned out this Pakistani man originally that actually said that I was like doing really good for some reason, like my manners were really great, and I wasn't intruding. The actual owners came into this house, and they They said, "Oh, get out, get out." I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting out, bruv. Hold on, give me 2 seconds." And then he was literally like, "Get out, get out." I was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking leaving." I said there'll be 2 seconds. I'm leaving now. It's like when if someone tells you to go away and then they follow you around. That's kind of how it felt. Let me turn this on. So then I was in the bathroom, getting changed, and he was like, first he wasn't watching me, and then he ended up peering around, like, hurry up, get out, get out. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking leaving, bruv. You're literally on me while I'm, like, naked and shit. And in the end, uh, I had to go somewhere where I wasn't particularly had privacy to get changed. Like, I was, like, half behind a curtain, but I was like, okay. Um, I wasn't particularly concerned. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. But it's, and then he was telling me to get out, and then I left. And that was that dream. So I don't know what that was about. And there was loads of other dreams, but I can't really remember. So yeah, the dream journal I will probably do on the second channel, or I will make them into compilations. So this one will be on the first channel, sure. The second channel I'll leave linked at the top of the description. I promise it will be there. It's called Oxen Extra. I've been posting on it since I was like 12 years old. I used to have over 1,000 videos, but I privated most of them, but there's still got like 300 videos on there probably. When I was really young, I used to do mad videos. So yeah, there's that. I don't know what the fuck that's about.